Good morning, students. Welcome back to online class, history class. Yes, before entering today's portion, we can recollect yes previous day class portions and all. Once we can recollect, afterwards we can enter today's portion. Yes, nowadays lesson 9 is going on. Yes, in the lesson 9 is going on, freedom struggle in Tamil Nadu lesson. In that lesson, what are the things I taught already under that 9.1 as well as 9.2. Under that 9.1, Madras Native Association we learned. Is it Madras Native Association? Yes, Madras Native Association was founded by Gasalu Lakshmi Narasu Chetty. Gasalu Lakshmi Narasu Chetty. Yes, in the year 1852. Yes, in the year 1852 it was established. Yes, then B part, what are the things we learned in the sense T. Muthuswamy. Yes, T. Muthuswamy. Yes, he was appointed as the first Indian judge of the Madras High Court in the year 1877, like that I told. Is it Madras 1877, like that I told. Then it was agitated by the press people, even because the Indian youths only later it was they were realized that the press people they were entirely owned by the Europeans, like that I told. Is it the next C part, Madras Mahajana Sabha. Yes, Madras Mahajana Sabha, who are the founders in the sense P. Veera Raghavachari, P. Anandacharlu, and P. Rangaya Naidu. Yes, P. Rangaya Naidu, those people. Yes, those people, they were established that Madras Mahajana Sabha, like that I said. Is it, children? Then, moderate phase, under that moderate phase, who are there in the sense, in the Tamil Nadu level. Yes, Tamil Nadu level, Indian level, who are there in the sense, Badruddin Dayabji, sorry, Dadabhai Nauroji, K.T. Talang, then Surendranath Banerjee, those leaders. Then under that, Tamil Nadu level, yes, moderate leaders who are there in the sense, Subramaniam, yes, Subramaniam, Rangaya, Anandacharlu, yes, those people. And then T.R. Venkatramana, G.A. Nadesan, T.M. Madhavarao, Subramanianar, so those people. Okay, children. Yes, under that 9.2, what are the things we learned in the sense Sudesi movement? Sudesi movement, in Tamil Nadu level, it was conducted by V.O. Chidambaran, V. Sakkaraiyar, Subramania Bharati, and Surendranath Arya. Yes, afterwards I taught about that Sudesi Steam Navigation Company. It was established by V.O. Chidambaram Pillai, like that. Yes, what are the ships' names? Galia as well as Lao. Yes, it was traveled them between Toothukudi and Colombo, like that I said, I think so. Is it? Then next, what I said in the sense, that Tirunelveli uprising. Yes, Tirunelveli uprising. The next one, revolutionary activities in Tamil Nadu. Yes, who are the revolutionaries in the sense the Tamil Nadu level? MPT Acharya, V.V. Subramanianar, T.S.S. Rajan, those people. Yes, then moreover newspapers came from Pondicherry area. What are the newspapers in the sense? India. Yes, India. Vijaya, yes, India, Vijaya, Suryodayam, so those newspapers. Then regarding Collector Ash murder also, I said Collector Ash murder, yes, Collector Ash murder is murdered by Vanchinathan. Then under the C part, what are the things I told regarding Annie Besant, ma'am. Okay, regarding Annie Besant, in the year 1916, she was established the Home Rule League. Yes, Home Rule League, Home Rule movement, she was started, no. Yes, so those things and all we learned already. Today's portion, what are the things we are going to learn in the sense under that 9.3. Yes, under the 9.3. Yes, South Indian Liberal Federation. South Indian Liberal Federation. Regarding this one, we are going to learn this South Indian Liberal Federation, otherwise called as Justice Party. Yes, South Indian Liberal Federation, otherwise called as Justice Party. Yes, Justice Party. Children, listen carefully in the non-Brahmins. Yes, for the welfare of the non-Brahmins. Non-Brahmins, who are they in the sense? Excluding the Brahmins. Excluding the Brahmins, other caste people, everyone, they were gathered together against the Brahmins attitude. Yes, so in order to protect their interest, they were established South Indian Liberal Federation. Okay, so in the year 1912, what happened in the sense? Madras Dravidian Association was founded. Yes, so who was the secretary? Who was the secretary now? C. Nadesa Mudaliar, otherwise C. Nadesanar. C. Nadesanar, he was the secretary. He was the secretary in June month. Yes, in June month 1916. Yes, this person, this is C. Nadesanar. C. Nadesanar, he established a hostel for the Dravidian students. Otherwise, hostel for the non-Brahmin students. Okay. On 20th November 1916, the meeting was conducted. As the meeting was conducted, nearly 30 members, 30 non-Brahmins, they were conducted in that meeting under the leadership of P. Tyagaraya Chetty as well as T.M. Nair and C. Nadesanar, where it was held. The meeting is Victoria Public Hall in Chennai. So South Indian Liberal Federation, was founded to promote the interest of the non-Brahmins. Non-Brahmins, who are they? Yes, excluding the Brahmins, other caste people, everybody gathered together, and then they were called as non-Brahmins against the Brahmins' domination. Okay, so in your book, some points, it's not given. So that points and all I'm going to tell in children. So South Indian Liberal Federation is otherwise called as Justice Party. Justice Party. Yes, this party, South Indian Liberal Federation, when it was established, in the sense 1916 it was established. 1916 it was established. Okay, so who are the founders? Who are the founders in the sense the two personalities, T.M. Nair and Tyagaraya Chetty. Yes, T.M. Nair and Tyagaraya Chetty. Those personalities only. They were the early founders of the South Indian Liberal Federation. Okay, so this party, what are the things they did against the British people in this sense? Simply they were given the petitions. Okay, petitions to the imperial government. Imperial in the sense, British government. Okay, so demanding more representation for non-Brahmins. So that time itself, they, by giving the petitions, they were given the pressure to the British government for the for the representation, more representation for the non-Brahmins in the administration. So this party, this South Indian Liberal Federation party, they were established, they were published some newspapers. Okay, so Tamil newspaper name what, Dravidan. Okay, Dravidan. Yes, Dravidan, that's a Tamil newspaper. Then Andhra Pragasiya, Telugu newspaper, that is a Telugu newspaper. Then English newspaper also they were published, Justice, that's a English newspaper. So 3 newspapers they were published, children. 3 newspapers, that's a Tamil newspaper named Dravidan. Okay, 3 newspapers they were published. The Tamil newspapers namely Dravidan, English newspaper namely Justice. Then third one, Telugu newspaper, Andhra Pragasiya. Yes, so those things only. It is not given in your book, that's what I am telling. Then next, what is given in the sense of Justice Ministry. Justice Ministry. In the Justice Ministry para, what are the things are there in the sense? The Congress people, they were boycotted the election of 1920. Okay, so here listen carefully. 1920 one election was conducted. 1923 one election was conducted. 1926 one election. Then 1930 one election. Yes, such a way, election was conducted in Tamil Nadu. Okay, so in the election of 1920, the Justice Party secured a majority. Okay, so the Justice Party got a success in 1920 election. So that time, who boycotted the election, who neglected the election? The Congress Party, boycotted the election. Congress Party boycotted the election. At the same time, Justice Party got a success. In your book, it is given, see, out of 98 seats, 63 places, who came into power, who got a success? Justice Party. Okay, so A. Subbarayalu, initial A. Subbarayalu, he was the Justice Party member. He became the first Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Okay, so he became the first Chief Minister. Who? A. Subbarayalu. He became the first Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. After that, 1923 election, Raja of Banagal. Yes, Raja of Banagal. Yes, he formed the Raja of Banagal of the Justice Party. Again, Justice Party only came into power, like that they are telling. Okay, then which year? 1926. In the 1926 election, the Swarajya Party got a success. Okay, Swarajya Party, in the sense, the last classes and I told Swarajya Party, it was established by C.R. Das. C.R. Das in the sense Chittaranjan Das, as well as Motilal Nehru, Jawaharlal Nehru's father, like that I used to tell. Okay, so those personalities came into power, they got a success. But they got a success, but they refused to form the ministry. So with the support of the Swarajya Party, okay, with the support of the Swarajya Party, A. Subbarayalu, he was an independent candidate. A. Subbarayalu, he formed the ministry. Yes. Then in 1930 election, again the Justice Party won the election. That time, Munisami Naidu. Yes, that person, he established, otherwise he formed the ministry. In 1932 election, again Raja of Bobili, he came into power. Yes, power. Yes, so those things and all, it is not given. That's what I told the children. Then next, that 1934 election. Okay, 1934 election, who came into power? 34 election, the Congress party, they got a success, but they dislike to form the ministry. That's what Justice Party formed the ministry in 1934. Then 1937 election, Congress party got a success. Out of 11 places, 7 places they got a victory, like that I said. Okay children. Yes. So the next B part, what are the things are there? B part in the sense, government's repressive measures. Government's repressive measures and the Rowlatt Act. In the Tamil Nadu level, what are the things happened against the Rowlatt Act, which was passed by the British Parliament? Okay, so here what is given in your book, in the sense, a draconian, anarchical, revolutionary crimes act, popularly known as Rowlatt Act. Rowlatt Act is otherwise called as Black Act. Okay, Black Act, after the name of Sir Sidney Rowlatt. This person only was responsible for passing this act. Yes, so under this act, that Indians can arrest at any time without trial, without warrant, Indians can arrest at any time. Okay, they can imprison them like that. So the Indians, under the leadership of Gandhiji, they were opposed it. Okay, there was a country-wide hartal. Okay, நாடு தழுவிய போராட்டங்கள், country-wide hartal was occurred on April 6, 1919. Okay, so here it is given, sorry, under this act, anyone could be imprisoned on charges of terrorism without due judicial process. So Indians were aghast at this. What is meant by aghast? Aghast in the sense shocked. Horror. Okay, horror, பயமுறுத்தியது, that's the meaning. Okay, so Gandhiji gave a voice to the anger of the people and adapted in the sense, and followed Satyagraha method that he had used in South Africa. Okay, the next what is given is in the Tamil Nadu level. In Tamil Nadu level, what are the things happened against Rowlatt Act? Okay, so under the Rowlatt Satyagraha page, that para, you can check it, page number 109. Okay, on 18th March, okay, 18th March 1919, Gandhiji addressed a meeting. Okay, so he asked the people to gather in a Marina Beach. Okay, on 6th April 1919, Hartal was there. Hartal was organized to protest against the Black Act. Black Act in the sense, Rowlatt Act. Protest demonstrations were held at the several parts of Tamil Nadu. Processions in the sense, meetings. Okay, meetings from many areas of the city converged towards the meaning, meet. Okay, converged. Majority, thousands or more than thousands of the people, they were met in the, they were gathered in the Marina Beach, where there was a large gathering. They devoted in the sense, they sacrificed the whole day. Okay, the whole day for fasting as well as the prayer in the Marina Beach. So in the Tamil Nadu level, Madras Satyagraha Sabha was established. Rajaji, yes, who are the members in the sense, Rajaji, Kasturi Rangar, yes, Satyamurthy, George Joseph, yes, those people, addressed the meeting. Yes, a separate meeting of workers was addressed. Separate meetings of workers also. Okay, Kalyana Sundaranar, Tirivika, like that we used to learn. Is it in Tamil Tendal Tirivika, like that? Is it? So Tirivi Kalyana Sundaranar, yes, Kalyana Sundaram, Vadia, BP Vadia, V.O. Chidambaram Pillai, those persons, they were responsible for the separate meetings of the workers. And important aspects of the movement was that the working class in the meeting, whomever participated, working class participated, students were participated, women also participated, yes, in the meeting against the Rowlatt Act. Okay, so that is called as Rowlatt Satyagraha. Yes, the next, that one blue color box is there, regarding George Joseph. is actually this person, George Joseph, he belongs to Kerala. Okay, he belongs to Kerala. See, in your book it's given Chenganur. Yes, Chenganur, Alapula district, like that it is given in the Kerala state. Okay, but he came and settled down in Madurai area and practiced as a people's lawyer. Okay, George Joseph, he was a barrister like Gandhiji, eloquent in the sense of fluent speaker, played a very important role, leading role in organizing and publicizing. Yes, what is meant by publicizing? In the sense, report the cause of the Home Rule League. Yes, report the cause of the Home Rule League in Madurai. So though he born in Chenganur, as he chose to settle down in Madurai and practice as a people's lawyer. So he was fondly called as Rosapu Durai. Yes, Rosapu Durai by the people of Madurai for the services he rendered to the affected communities. So the people, how they were called him, in the sense they were called him as Rosapu Durai. Okay, so the next what is given in the sense Khilafat movement. Khilafat movement already explained in many times, children, after the completion of the World War. So first World War, when it was occurred in the sense 1914 to 1918. Yes, 1918 it was happened. After the completion of the World War, what happened in the sense, after the completion of the World War, that Germany got a defeat from the hands of Britain and France. That's what, okay, along with the Germany, who was there in the sense, Turkey was there. So Turkey is a Muslim country, everyone is Turkey is a Muslim country, so Muslim people are there. Okay, so that Britain and France, they were humiliated. Okay, they were humiliated, the Muslim people. Yes, which means the caliph in the sense religious head of the Muslims, caliphs. Okay, caliph in the sense religious head of the Muslims. Okay, so caliph of Turkey, they were humiliated, the caliph of Turkey, and they were deprived in the sense parikkappattu. Okay, they are deprived of all the powers from caliph. Okay, so the Indian Muslims, they were agitated against the attitude of Britain and France. So that's what, Ali brothers, Maulana Muhammad Ali and Maulana Chaugat Ali, those persons, those twin brothers, they were formed the Khilafat movement in the year 1919. Okay, Khilafat movement, which was started in the year 1919, is in Tamil Nadu. Khilafat Day, which was observed on is 17th April 1920, with the meeting presided over by Maulana Chaugat Ali. Another such conference was held at Erode, then which is the main center of the Khilafat agitation, Vaniyambadi. It has consisted Muslims majority. So that's what, Vaniyambadi was the one word answer, children. Vaniyambadi was the main center of the Khilafat agitation. Okay. The next what is given is this much given in the 9.3. In 9.3, what are the things we learned in the sense South Indian Liberal Federation? Yes, South Indian Liberal Federation, otherwise called as Justice Party. Yes, Justice Ministry. 1920 election conducted, 1923 election conducted, 1926 election conducted, 1930, 34, 1937. Those things and all I explained. The next one, that against the Rowlatt Act, what are the things happened? Okay, Rowlatt Satyagraha in Tamil Nadu level is Satyamurthy opposed the Rowlatt Act. Okay, so they were protested against that, like that we learned. Then in the blue color box is there, regarding George Joseph is regarding those person also we learned. Then under that C part, Khilafat movement is those things and all we learned under that 9.3. In the 9.4, what are the things we are going to learn in the sense non-cooperation movement? Very well, already explained in the previous classes. Okay, Gandhiji called the people, yes, for the non-cooperation movement, yes, in the year 1920, yes, because of the, he opposed Rowlatt Act, Montagu-Chelmsford reforms, as well as the Jallianwala Bagh tragedy, which was happened in the year 1919. Okay, so Tamil Nadu was active during the non-cooperation movement. Here, under the leadership of Rajaji, yes, E.V. Ramasamy Nayakar, E.V. Ramasamy, otherwise called as Periyar. Okay, yes, Tamil Thandai Periyar, Paguttarivu Pagalavan Periyar. Okay, so regarding those, under those personalities, E.V. Ramasamy Nayakar as well as Rajagopalachari, otherwise Rajaji, under those leadership, it was happened. Which one has happened? Non-cooperation movement. Okay, so this Rajaji, he worked closely with Yaqub Hasan. Okay, Rajaji in the sense Rajagopalachari. Yes, Rajagopalachari, he worked closely with Yaqub Hasan. Yaqub Hasan, who in the sense he was the founder of the Madras branch of the Muslim League. This person only, Yaqub Hasan. Okay, so he had a close friendship. Rajaji had a close friendship with the Yaqub Hasan. Okay, as a result, the Hindus as well as the Muslims, they were cooperated closely during the non-cooperation movement in Tamil Nadu. Non-cooperation movement year, 1920. So that time only they were boycotted. Okay, non-cooperation time only they were boycotted. The legislative council, schools, colleges, schools, colleges, offices, everything, were boycotted. Important leaders were arrested that time. Okay, important leaders were arrested. 3 stages were there. First stage, Gandhi asked the leaders to renounce the titles. So the Indians, who received the titles and honors from the British, they were renounced them in protest. Second thing, secondly, there were large scale demonstrations including Hartal. Okay, Hartal in the sense that shopkeepers and all, the merchants, people and all, they used to close the door. Yes, that is the strike. All government institutions, including schools, colleges, offices and legislatures were boycotted. Okay, so the third stage, non-payment of the taxes. The Congress session, held in 1921 at Ahmedabad, called upon the people not to pay the taxes to the British government till their demands were met. So the non-cooperation was in its full swing. What happened? Hartals, lockout were all over the country. That time only, unfortunately, what was happened in the sense of Chauri Chaura incident was happened. Yes, Chauri Chaura incident was happened. Here, the cultivators refused to pay the taxes. A no tax campaign took place in Tamil Nadu, especially in Tanjavur area. Council, schools, courts, everything boycotted. Foreign goods were boycotted. Kadar, yes, they started to wear the Kadar dresses. Moreover, the workers' strikes all over the region. Many of them led by nationalist leaders. One of the important aspects of the movement in non-cooperation movement in Tamil Nadu was the temperance movement. What does mean by temperance movement in the sense? Movement against alcohol, otherwise liquor. Yes, that's a meaning. Then in November, that time only, E.V. Ramasamy Nayakar, he cut down many trees, and more than 500 trees he cut down. Which trees in the sense? Coconut trees. Yes, coconut trees and all were cut down. Yes, like that we learned already in Tamil and all we learned, I think so, children. Yes, in November month, okay, 1921, it was decided to organize civil disobedience. What does mean by civil disobedience in the sense? Salt Satyagraha. Salt Satyagraha. So Rajaji, Subramania Sastri and EVR. Okay, EVR in the sense E.V. Ramasamy Nayakar, they were arrested. Okay, so that time, on January 30, 1922, what happened? The Prince of Wales, okay, the visit of Prince of Wales was boycotted. In the police repression, 2 of them were killed, many of them got injury. Okay, so the non-cooperation movement was withdrawn. In the year, 1922, Gandhiji withdrawn the non-cooperation movement because of the Chauri Chaura incident. Chauri Chaura is the name of the place which was located in Uttar Pradesh area. Korakpur, like that also they used to call that area. So there, 22 policemen were killed in the police station. The police station also burnt by the peasants, Indian peasants. So that's what Gandhiji stopped, otherwise suspended the non-cooperation movement. The next what is given in the sense Swarajist in the sense, in the Congress, there was a split. Yes, otherwise, the Congress people was divided into 2. Yes, pro changes as well as no changes. Pro changes in the sense what they did in the sense, first pro changes in the sense they wanted to contest the election. They wanted to contest the election for the council. No changes in the sense like Gandhiji. Need not to conduct any, need not to contest the election. Instead of that, we have to continue the boycott of council like that. But that's no changes. So Rajaji, along with other staunch Gandhian followers, opposed the council entry. Along with the Tamil Nadu level, Kasturi Rangar, M.A. Ansari, Rajaji, yes, those personalities, what they did and they were advocated the boycott of councils like Gandhiji. So opposition to this, led to the formation of the Swarajya party within the Congress by Chittaranjan Das. Okay, so in the year, 1923 election, I think so, yes, 23 election, Swarajya party got the success. Okay, Motilal Nehru as well as Chittaranjan Das, they were formed the ministry. From the ministry, yes, they were given the trouble to the British government. So in Tamil Nadu, the Swarajists, were led by Srinivasanar as well as Satya Murthy. Okay, Satya Murthy as well as Srinivasanar. Okay, so under the Tamil Nadu level. Okay, so the next one, C part, what is given in the sense Subbarayan ministry. Subbarayan ministry in the sense, is in the year 1926 election, the Swarajists, they won the majority. They got a majority, but they refused to form the ministry. Yes, they refused to form the ministry. Yes, you can check it in your book, children. Madras provincial election in the year 1926, the Swarajists won the ministry of the elected seats. However, it did not accept office in accordance with the Congress policy. So, yes, they were disliked to form the ministry. So, the independent candidate, okay, P. Subbarayan, yes, he formed the ministry, yes, with the support of the Justice Party. The Swarajists, did not contest the 1930 election, yes, leading to an easy victory for the. So, who got a success? Justice Party got a success. The Justice Party remained in office till 1937. Why they are telling like that? In the sense, 1937 election, Congress party got a success. Out of 11 places, 7 places, Congress got a success. Okay, so that's what I'm telling. The next, the last part, D part, Simon Commission boycott. Yes, Simon Commission boycott. I'm going to tell children some extra points, Simon Commission in the sense the British government appointed a 7-member committee. Yes, 7-member committee under the leadership of Sir John Simon. In the year 1927. Yes, that commission was called as Statutory Commission. This commission's duty, what is that? In the sense they have to check the Montagu-Chelmsford Reforms Act whether it is working or not. Okay, so what are the measures we have to involve? We have to add for the welfare of the Indians, for the welfare of the Indian administration. Sorry. Yes, so all the members of this commission were the English people, Europeans. Okay, it did not have any Indian members. In fact, the fact that no Indian was included to review the conditions and plans for the future of their own country was an insult to the Indians. So it was the main reason. So there were country-wide, Hartal was there, protest all over the country. When Simon came to India in the year 1928, they were showed their black flag demonstrations. Go back. Moreover, they were carried the placard. When they were conducting the meeting, they used to carry some cords, some boards and all. That is the placard. Okay, placards. Placard. Okay. Then placards and all they used to carry notes. So in that, what they were mentioned in the sense, go back Simon, like that. It was mentioned in the placard. Go back Simon, like that. Okay, so here in your book, what is given? Sir John Simon to review the act of, to review in the sense how it was working. Yes, for that. Then and he has to suggest the reforms. However, Indians were disappointed. So it was a great disappointment. Why? In the sense, why? The statutory commission is full European members are there, no one was the Indians. So that's what Indians were disappointed when he came into India in the year 1928. They were showed the placards and then they were shouted, go back Simon, like that. Okay, so that's the thing, children, that only it is given here, this para fully. Then next, what is given in the sense, in your book, one blue color box is there. In the blue color box, what is given in the sense, agitation for the removal of Neil statue. Neil is the name of the person, James Neil. Okay, James Neil of the Madras, he was the in charge of infantrymen as well as the firearms. Okay, he was the in charge, he was the head. He was brutal. Yes, he was very brutal in wreaking vengeance. He took the vengeance. Against the Indians, because Indians, that revolutionaries, in the year 1957 revolt, during that time, the English people, English men, women, children, majority of them were killed. Yes, during the time of the 1857 rebellion. Yes, 1857 rebellion. So in order to take revenge for that, this person, he did many things against the Indians. So that's what, he was killed by Indian Sipai. Yes, he was killed by Indian Sipai. It is given. So Neil was later killed by an Indian Sipai. So the British government, what they did in the sense, after the death of James Neil, a statue, yes, his statue was erected for him at Mount Road, Madras. Yes, in the center of the road, Mount Road, Madras area, the Madras state, they were erected his statue. Yes, it was a great insult to the Indian sentiments. It was a great insult to nationalist, So, and organized a series of demonstrations in Madras. Okay, so they were protested against that statue Neil, yes, which was erected in the Mount Road at Madras. Okay, then the statue was finally removed from that place and they were kept the statue in the Madras Museum. When is in the year 1937 they were conducted the election. In the election, Congress party got a success, is it? So under the leadership of C. Rajagopalachari, otherwise Rajaji, they formed the ministry. During that time, yes, they were removed the statue of Neil from the Mount Road to the Madras Museum. Okay, so in the year 1937. Okay, so the next class, 9.5 as well as 9.6, I will teach children. Moreover, question answers, everything we can mark that time. Homework you can note down. History part, 8th lesson you can start learning. Okay, essay you need not learn, children. Essay part you need not learn. Okay, only that one words, 2 marks alone you have to learn. Then moreover you have to copy down everything, learn and write in the long size note, because our management has planned to conduct that doubt clearing session. So that time we can meet. Moreover, I will ask the homeworks which I gave previously. Okay. Yes, homework you can learn whenever you are getting time, please sit and learn. Okay, give equal importance to all the subjects. Okay, children. Thank you.